Welcome to the Shar and Joe Show. So we're doing another episode for our creative portrait series. We're out here in downtown Chicago. I actually don't come out here too often. Joe does quite a bit for his photography stuff, but I think it's the perfect location right here on the Riverwalk to do this photo shoot.
Yep, so today we're gonna be using my phone again. We're actually doing panoramas, but a little bit different. So Sharlene's gonna appear in these panoramas more than once.
Right, it's gonna be tricky because I'm gonna be running around a lot.
Yep, so I made sure she wanted to do this and she said yes, so.
I'm up for the challenge. Let's get started and get this first shot set up.
So we're on this fountain. It's got a very thin layer of water on it, so it's great for reflections. If you have any kind of a puddle or even could use a mirror, it'll work for this shot. So what we're gonna do is a vertical panorama, Sharlene's reflection with one pose and then her actual body in another pose. So it'll be kind of a cool creative shot. Ready to get this one started? All right, so I'm set up here. Make sure you give yourself a little bit of space so you can always crop in. So I'm starting a little bit above her head and I'm panning up. I'm to the halfway point and then go ahead and change your pose and finish out the shot. All right, so occasionally it'll cut off a leg or a limb. So you gotta make sure that you're in the halfway point and that your model doesn't step into the previous frame. That's where you'll find your most issues. So I'm gonna try it one more time. We're recording the lower half of Sharlene's body and the reflection. And when we get to where her shoes meet the water, we're gonna pause, go ahead and change your pose. And then we're gonna continue panning up. Moving on to the next one. For this shot, we're set up by this column here, a nice little planter with flowers in the middle. And we're gonna be doing the panorama, but this time doing it horizontally. So we're gonna have Sharlene set up on one side of the column with one pose. When I get to the halfway point, we're gonna pause, and I'm gonna tell her to move to the other side, and she's gonna do a different pose. So she'll be in there again twice, but with different positions. So it's gonna be kind of another cool, creative portrait panorama. All right, so we got Sharlene in her first position. We're gonna hit the record button. We're doing a horizontal. So pan over, stop in the middle, go ahead and change positions. And then we're gonna pan over, finish the shot.
Let's move on to the next location.
So we're over by this bench for the next shot, and Sharlene's gonna be doing 3 outfit changes this time.
Right, I've got my props here, my purse, and my jacket. I'm gonna be switching it up 3 times with different poses, so let's get this one going.
So I got a horizontal panorama. Sharlene's in her first spot. So I locked her in, start the panning. I'm gonna pause, go ahead and move to your next spot. And then I'm gonna start progressing over to the middle. Looks like it locked in nicely. All right, go ahead and do your third spot. It's important not to progress onto the next frame until the person's ready, and she's in her third frame. All right, so that worked out really nice. Okay, so set up here on the stairs. We're gonna do another vertical panorama with Sharlene starting on the bottom step. And then once I get to that halfway point right above her head, we're gonna have her go up a few steps and capture her twin on the top half of the staircase. Ready to get started? All right. Sharlene's in position here on the bottom step. So we're gonna start our panorama, going vertical, and then make sure you pan up until the top of her head is right in the middle of the frame. Go ahead and move. And she's gonna go up to her second position. Continue to pan up here.
So we wanted to keep things really simple on this shoot, and I think we accomplished that. Joe's cell phone was able to take all of these shots, make me twins, triplets. What is the next one? Quadruplets?
Quintuplets. Things turned out better than I was expecting. You definitely have to try it a few times to get it just right, because sometimes a leg or a foot will get cut off. That's it for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our video. Put on that notification bell so you know when our next ones are being released.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
All right.
Rest, relax, and be still. Calm water is known to be the best for reflections. Finding clarity in the stillness.
All right.
All this time I was searching my purse and I never took the lipstick out the whole time.
She never took her lipstick out that whole time. She's putting on her lipstick for the first shot, and she's gonna take it off and then put it back on again.
No, I'm not. It's very loud.
Sharlene is very noisy.
I can't hear you.
All right, go look. You don't have to get crazy with doing a big wide panorama.